Watching the video for this week and seeing these young men from DeKalb, Illinois, step up and do the right thing for a fellow basketball player who was emotionally distraught and probably in shock at the time of the game was really moving in so many ways. And to see these young men see the fruits of their actions is just such an incredible life lesson for them. Why is crisis management important to a sports manager? I think that this video was a really great example of that. You know, when we come together and in my case, practice yoga, or as in the video, come together to play a game of basketball, we're forming an extended family, and each member of that family has value and is dear and should be supported in the ways that they need to be supported. Whether an injury to the body, the mind, or the spirit, a crisis management plan has to come from a place of ethics, a ground of where the heart is coming from. And it is a way to pull together the community in order to support whomever may be injured in whatever manner. Of course, prevention is so important, but being able to fluidly step in and act from a place of knowing what is right, knowing what to do is invaluable. My approach in a similar situation, I would use an example from past yoga teacher trainings where people really get put through the ringer emotionally as well as physically. It is a deep going within and getting to know oneself and being able to cherish and embrace oneself. And within that process, the community or the kula around you are your support system. They're your team. They're your extended family. And I've partaken in many yoga trainings where people have come through emotional breakthroughs that have been really very difficult and very public right there in the midst of the training. And as a participant in these trainings, assisting my teachers in their trainings, there was always a bringing of this person to the center of the room, forming a circle around them. People offering out well wishes and sentiments in very simple manners, offering out guided meditations that are soothing. We had one situation where a student had a lot of aggressive behavior in her past, and she had survived a lot of aggressive behavior towards her, and she was acting out in this manner towards another person in the training, and we brought her to the center of the room. And everyone around that circle told her one thing that they valued about her. Even in the midst of her acting very ugly and attacking many people within the community, obviously out of a place of hurt. And she began to weep. And as the circle closed and we went back into the training and went through several more weeks of training, her entire persona changed. She became a very different person from that point forward. She seemed to value herself, but she definitely valued the people around her so much more. And I feel like that was a really poignant moment of crisis management within the yoga training community. Relating that to my spiritual beliefs within the yoga system, ahimsa, non-harming, the yamas and niyamas, the precepts of how to behave in society and how to behave towards yourself are the foundation. You're supposed to have that all in order before you begin the physical practice. ahimsa, non-harming, asteya, non-stealing, truthfulness. There's so much within this practice of yoga that comes to the forefront spiritually, and it informs how teachers teach. And if students have been taught these moral precepts, it informs how they practice. And so this is inherent in the practice of yoga, and it is inherent in the understanding of how to come together to manage crisis as a community from a leadership point of view. Crisis management is everybody's business. It's everybody's duty. And if we're all coming from this place of caring and of uplifting one another, then the plans that we've put in place will work.